Good morning, buenos días a todos. Welcome to your Laredo Public Health Department. My name is Erika Martinez, Assistant Director of Public Health. Today we have gathered to raise awareness for ovarian cancer. We are here to stress the importance of early detection, prevention, wellness for women's health. And we are very happy to, again, join together to raise awareness. Before we begin, I do want to recognize some special guests. Of course, the Mayor of City of Laredo, the Honorable Dr. Victor D. Trevino. And of course, his lovely wife, First Lady. Thank you for joining us this morning. Representing the Honorable Henry Cuellar, U.S. Representative for Texas District 28, Andres Velasquez. And of course, joining us, our Public Health Director, Dr. Richard Chamberlain. I'm also very excited that a lot of our public health staff is here joining us this morning. Thank you for all of your efforts in improving the quality of life for citizens of Laredo. To begin, we are going to be hearing some remarks from Dr. Victor Trevino, our mayor.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Dr. Victor Trevino, Mayor for the City of Laredo. As we are here to observe Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month, we are also here to promote awareness and highlight the need for prevention. As a doctor who practiced obstetrics for many years and ran the maternity clinic here in this health department, I have seen great strides and advancement of studies and treatments, and the survival rate continues to go up over the years. But it all starts with women and the community supporting education and promoting prevention. Risk factors, as you know, include family history, inherent gene mutations, estrogen-only hormone therapy, and we have to also become educated whether or not you're a candidate for fertility drugs, because it can also increase the risk of ovarian cancer. Detection is very important. Ovarian cancer often goes undetected until it reaches advanced stages. Survival rate. The 5-year survival rate for ovarian cancer is 50.9%, which is alarming. Early detection saves lives, and detection is so important to know the signs, and you need to consult a doctor. And as mayor, I do encourage everyone to continue to come together and support this campaign and campaigns against cancer in our community. We can bring awareness and save more lives. Now, the detection is very difficult to detect ovarian cancer. What can we do? All these measures we talked about, family history, high-risk factors, hormonal therapy, all these things are important, but there is really no way to prevent the onset of ovarian cancer other than detecting it early. And we have a thing called tumor markers. Once you get a positive tumor marker, then you already have ovarian cancer. But at least you can detect it at an early stage, and the outcome can be less devastating. So with that, we'll pause so we can do the proclamation, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mayor, and thank you for always looking out for our community, not only as Mayor of Laredo, but as a physician. I always learn something, and our health is important. Those early detection, I would definitely encourage everyone to go to their routine annual exams and screenings if you do not have a primary provider, I would say we are here at Laredo Public Health ready to serve you. Before we move forward with the proclamation, we have a very special guest this morning to provide some remarks. Ms. Michelle Romani, if I could welcome her to the podium, she will also share a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Erica, Dr. Chamberlain for hosting us, and most especially Mayor Trevino and Mrs. Trevino for being here, and Jose for putting all of this together. This is a very personal matter for me because 30 years ago, on January the 7th, 1994, I lost my mother to ovarian cancer. And Dr. Trevino is so right that the 50% survival rate for 5 years is alarming, especially when you look at the factors concerning this cancer. The symptomology for ovarian cancer, unfortunately, mimics other symptoms. You can have bloating and think, okay, maybe it's gas, maybe I'm overweight. You can have frequency of urination. You can have a lot of other symptoms. And until you start digging deeper and asking the questions, you may not know that you have ovarian cancer until it's too late. That happened to my mother. And granted, in 1992, we weren't very technologically advanced. And it's sad to say, a DNC and a PAP didn't tell her anything, and she still got bigger. And it was finally when a test called the CA-125 was run by Dr. Peña, the late Francisco Peña, that was when cancer was detected, and she was referred to a gynecological oncologist in San Antonio, who, and I'll never forget, we were supposed to go to the Washington's birthday celebration parade together, but her appointment was that Friday, the Friday before the parade in San Antonio. And it's the hardest thing for an only child to hear when your mother tells you, I have ovarian cancer. And the doctor gave me 1 to 5 years. That was a gut to the stomach. That is the kind of news nobody should want to hear. But my mother, who, along with my late dad, was a huge volunteer with the police department, the Laredo Police Department, she didn't waver, she didn't flinch. She was very positive and very hopeful. And unfortunately, because Laredo didn't have the facilities at the time, she had to receive her treatments, her chemotherapy, and her hysterectomy in San Antonio. And there was signs of hope in the early months, to the point that it just so happened that year that they were honored by LPD as Citizen Volunteers of the Month, Civilian Volunteers of the Month. And my mother said, she told my dad, you know what, we're going. And even if it's 3 of us dancing, you, me, and the tumor, we're going to go. She was so hopeful. Unfortunately, after the hysterectomy in June, she didn't get any better. And the bloating was an accumulation of a brown fluid. And so the trips to San Antonio were twice a week. I was working at the Capitol at the time, and so my boss was kind enough to let me drive to San Antonio to at least accompany my mom for the treatments and then follow them home. So what became a once-a-week trip became twice a week. And there were no resources at home to help her. There were no facilities that she could go to for support. And really, my dad and I and my Aunt Maddie and our parish, St. Peter's, were the support system for my mom. And if I can use this opportunity to encourage the local cancer society to really open its assistance to all forms of cancer, because it takes a toll on the person diagnosed with it, and it also takes a toll on the family, especially if the family is very close and small. In November, we went and saw her oncologist, and he said, make the holidays the best one for her. And we did. We did. My mom went from going to singing in the choir the year before to listening to Mass and participating from the sacristy in a wheelchair. And but she still had that hope. And one of my memories of my mom was she would sit in the living room at night in dark and pray her rosary. Sometimes I could hear her arguing with somebody, and I thought, Mom, who are you arguing with? Oh, I'm just telling God what I think. And she had taken a leave from Webb County. She was the first disability coordinator. And the night before she died, the Webb County, the Head Start staff and the director came and asked her, when can you come back? And she said, Monday, I'm going to find out. They're going to give me a schedule. Monday never came. My mother died on that Friday, January the 7th. I was in Austin, and I took my paternal grandma with me, and don't ask me how, but a 4-hour trip turned into 3 hours. It was a blur, and even at that, I still missed her by 15 minutes. And those 15 minutes I can never get back. My mother was a very generous woman, and Henry knew my mom very, very well. And there wasn't anything she wouldn't do for anybody. We're not a prominent family, we're not wealthy, but my mom had a heart bigger than Texas. And I believe that if she were here, she would be most grateful to the city for this proclamation. And she would encourage women, know your bodies. Know your bodies. Your bodies can talk to you. And your instincts can talk to you. And if you sense something is wrong, check right away. Along with the annual CA 125 that I'm going through, that I undergo every year, there's also the transvaginal sonogram that can give your doctor an excellent picture of what is going on. And as a footnote, it's wonderful that the timing here, as we're closing out Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month and moving into breast cancer, because this week is actually the link week between both cancers, because there is a genetic link between both cancers. It's interesting that her younger sister, my late Aunt Maddie Smith Gomez, died from breast cancer. And my mother's other younger sister, my Aunt Josie, was diagnosed with uterine cancer. So for 3 sisters in the same family to have that. And there is a test called the BRCA test. Unfortunately, it's only administered in San Antonio. But if you're diagnosed with breast cancer or ovarian cancer, that test will help you determine the genetic link. Again, I thank you from my heart for promoting ovarian cancer awareness. I'm just one person, but I speak for 3 people. My mom, who is no longer with us, and my dad, who is no longer with us. But my dad was also the biggest advocate. Even in dialysis, he wore his teal, and people would ask him, why are you wearing teal? And he said, I'm wearing it for my wife. So, Dr. Chamberlain, Erica, Dr. Trevino, our mayor, and Mrs. Trevino, and Jose, thank you for giving us the opportunity to spread my mom's message. God bless all of you.
Mr. Mani, I want to thank you for your words. I want to say that your voice and your testimony is absolutely powerful, and we thank you for sharing the message, for continuing to advocate, and really honoring your family with helping us. And I can feel your mother's love as big as Texas, because I know it's enveloping all of us in really understanding to, like you said, listen to our bodies, to do those annual exams, talk to our providers, to our doctors, and really being a self-advocate for women's health. So thank you so much. To continue, we will close out with the proclamation for ovarian cancer awareness. If Mayor could join us, Ms. Trevino, please, if you could join us. Ms. Romani.
Office of the Mayor, City of Laredo, Texas Proclamation. Whereas, ovarian cancer is the 5th leading cause of cancer deaths among women in the United States and causes more deaths than any other gynecological cancer. Whereas, in the United States, a woman's lifetime risk of being diagnosed with ovarian cancer is about 1 in 78. Whereas, the American Cancer Society estimates 19,680 cases of ovarian cancer will be newly diagnosed in 2024, and 12,740 individuals will die from the disease nationwide. Whereas, the 5-year survival rate of ovarian cancer is 50%, and survival rates vary greatly depending on the stage of diagnosis. And whereas, there's currently no effective diagnostic tool for screening and early detection, increased public awareness of the symptoms and risk factors of ovarian cancer will enhance early detection and increase survival rates. Now, therefore, I, Dr. Victor Trevino, by the virtue of the authority vested in me as Mayor of the City of Laredo, County of Webb, State of Texas, do hereby proclaim September 2024 as Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month in Laredo, Texas, and commend its observance to all Laredoans. Can we take a picture? Yes. Let's take a picture. I'd probably...